Novel. Subscribe and like for more videos.
Thanks for tuning in. Hey, it's Novel. Today I'm going to be showing you the 3.5-inch LCD Raspberry Pi handheld I'm building for Dylan Desbians on his YouTube channel. He commissioned me to do this for his Pokemon-themed pocket bike, and so I decided we should use a 3.7-volt lithium polymer rechargeable battery and then run that to a Adafruit Power Boost 1000 Basic and run that to the Raspberry Pi and the LCD. This is the unit. We've got Dylan's dipped. This is a Hydro Dip paint coat. So we got a video on that process. Now I'm going to show you how to wire it up and how to make one of these handheld units of your own. Alright, so I just turned on my soldering iron. While I let that warm up, I'm going to try to get this AIY Google Voice kit working on my Raspberry Pi so I can do some home automation. Okay, so for a project like this, you're going to need a Raspberry Pi Zero, a 3.7 volt lithium polymer battery, 3.5-inch LCD. This one is a composite LCD. That is my screen of preference. Some people can use HDMI screens, so there's other options, but this one is easiest to hook up for this project. You're also going to need the Adafruit Power Boost 1000 Basic. That takes the 3.7 volts from the lithium polymer battery to 5 volts so that you can use it to power these two components here. So along with that, you're going to need a main power switch. This one is a rocker switch with an LED on it, so that's just an added benefit. When it turns on, the light turns on as well. You're also going to need a switch. This is just a two-way switch, but it has two separate leads on it so that you can control the video and power for the Raspberry Pi and the LCD. This would make it so that I can put the composite video line here and also be able to switch it from using the screen as a testing monitor with a composite input. So you could use a composite RCA jack. So that would be an option to use a dual throw switch. You can also use it to power the Raspberry Pi on and off. So there's a lot of ways to go about that. You're also going to need a charge jack for this component here, which is the charge board for the lithium polymer battery. This takes either a micro USB input or you can also wire up another port. So we wire that up, and then we also are going to need a USB port that will connect from the Raspberry Pi to this, and then you can plug in USB devices into this Raspberry Pi handheld. You're also going to need a headphone jack. This is a 3.5mm audio jack. This one is a switching one, so I can also use speakers in here if I wanted and switch this so that when I plug in headphones, it cuts the audio from the speakers and it'll direct it into your headphones. So like I said, you'll also need an RCA jack for video. This is a USB sound card. This is really nice because you can take the casing off, solder this board directly, and remove the USB. And there's two audio jacks that you can remove as well and solder direct to the Raspberry Pi. So I've also got a 5-way tag switch, and that is a directional switch, so it goes up, down, left, and right, and then also has a downward click. So this will be handy for directional navigation keys. You can use it for RetroPie emulation. You can wire these directly to the GPIO pin and then be able to use them for RetroPie controls. You'll also need a few long tag switches. I have 4 here. This would be for the other controls like A, B, X, Y, and then if you wanted you could use 2 more and use them as shoulder buttons. So that's about it for the components. You're going to want a micro SD card for the Raspbian image that we're going to put on here. We're going to put Raspbian Stretch on here and then install RetroPie over top of that, and so that way we'll have a desktop environment, and then we can also use emulation with this console. You're going to need some extra wires just for wiring up all the components together inside of the case, aiming to get something in the end like this. This is all assembled now. Everything fits inside. I've got the USB port here, main power switch, charge jack, RCA port. Down here is a switch for video output, and then I've also cut a few holes to have the LED indicator lights for the charge circuit board. There's 2 LEDs on here. Those will shine through. We'll put a little glue gun in there so that it'll illuminate the case and you can see them real nicely. And that's about it for the assembly there. Now let's get get to the wiring process. We have gameplay. Rocky and Bullwinkle, there we go. Nice colorful game for this colorful console. Any project you start, it's always nice to come to completion and see the result in the end. Go. Got full controls. And so with this console I can switch to RCA out, so it shuts off the connection to the Raspberry Pi for the video to the LCD, and I can switch it back and it goes straight back to the game. So I can use this for a backup camera, which is the intended purpose we are going to use it for, is a backup camera, so you can easily switch between your dash cam and your Raspberry Pi environment. So I just wanted to give you a quick little demo on this. Like I said, it's all set to go now. Dylan will do a final video just kind of going over it all, and we'll do the install on the Pocket Bike itself. So I just want to say thanks for everyone who's been sticking around for these updates. I really appreciate all these new subscribers, all the likes that I've been getting on my videos, all the support I've been getting in the Hack Like Heck contest. I'm really excited to be able to participate in that. I've got a lot of ideas and a lot of goals planned for 2018 on this channel, and it's really nice to know that I can wrap something like this up in just a few days, really.
Ivan says, check out bitbuilt.net for more high-tech electronic modifications.
Till next time, this is Navo. Don't forget to check out the BitBuilt forums at bitbuilt.net, and thanks for watching.